So, hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Loaves podcast, and I'm here with
OJ for short, or Oluwa James if you want to be very formal and official. But
the reason why I had to push it to him is because most times I used to forget his role in the whole thing. But then I'll be your host for now. You have more hosts, but for now, because we are training the team to also be able to come out and speak and not be camera shy. So I will not be the only one you will see along the way. You will see a lot of people sitting here, but then I will be the head host
at the moment.
At the moment,
yes.
So we are here to talk about Loaves.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, it's something that has been cooking for months. Like in the literal sense of cooking, figuratively literal. But prior to that, it had been an idea that we've been nursing for a while. But we're here to talk about Loaves, and I think I can fairly represent the perspectives, a number of the perspectives that we can use when talking about Loaves, because I lead the engineering team that worked on Loaves. I am the product lead for Loaves. I was there in the very first conversation where we reached a conclusion to pursue Loaves as a project. So I can speak from multiple perspectives, and I'm wondering which one should I start from? Should I start from explaining the vision?
First of all, you are supposed to start from the product itself.
All right.
How did the product came to be now? Why Loaves?
Because there's a problem, and we felt like we can solve the problem. So we had a team that was robust enough in the capabilities, but we were looking for what problem to apply that skill to. And we had a few criteria, but one of them was actually relevance. We wanted to solve a problem we believed was relevant, and we sampled around, and we realized that there was a market for Christian community leaders who were trying to deliver media content to their audience, and we realized that we could solve some of the problems in that space. So that was how Loaves was born. Loaves today, and then in the future, it's also the same group of people that we're intending to help, but solve more and more of the problem. So that's how Loaves.
So how did the name Loaves come about?
The name itself.
Yes.
Great. So the heart is that we want to help you nourish your Christian communities. So seeing that this is extremely targeted at Christian community leaders, churches, ministries, and other circles like that, we felt there was no need being generic and being unnecessarily broad in our branding, and we could lean on figures of speech and allegories that would resonate well with the fact that this is supposed to be the engine, so to say, the train that helps you not just have an audience or have a community, but to actually consistently nourish that community. So that imagery of Loaves being something you can consume, eat.
The reason why I had to ask the question is because you know how funny people can be. They can just say, the loaf of bread now, bread these guys eat.
Should I tell you something? A few days, that's like almost 3 days pre this recording.
Yes.
We were in Zaria. We traveled to Zaria. Zaria is in Kaduna State in Nigeria. And we spoke publicly about Loaves for the first time. And someone after the event came to ask and was saying, but why did you guys choose the name Loaves? Because when I first thought about it, I thought you guys are like a bakery that makes bread. And it was an open platform. So they could not have predicted that was a media related thing, or that was supposed to serve Christian community leaders. So he just wondered, I thought you wanted to speak about the bakery, but then after he heard the pitch, he understood, wow, this is the target, and it resonated.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So you get the idea. It's not a bakery. It's not talking about bread. It's a media solution that we are trying to build here. But then another question for you, sir. How has been your experience towards building this product?
Oh my goodness.
How has been your experience, and what do you tend to put out there? Like for your target audience, what did they tend to achieve with your product?
Okay, so these are two questions. The first on the experience. My goodness, it has been adventurous. It's been an adventurous couple of months. I mean, it's in this moment that I wish the entire team was on this stream, but everybody is scattered in different places, hidden in different parts of our set. But man, it's been an experience. I remember several all-nighters, pulling all-nighters just to ensure that we deliver and serve to the best of our abilities. These Christian community leaders and media leaders, we really wanted to give them the best that we could. So it was a lot. We were leaning heavily on technology that we knew was robust, but was probably not so convenient for the average technical team. So, and that's me speaking on that side. It also was interesting because at every point in the journey, we had to make decisions on what features we're going to include, what the scope is, who the target is. I mean, if I'd even be absolutely direct, there was an extended conversation that made us settle that we wanted to focus as a target market on churches and ministries, and again, more broadly, Christian community leaders. All those were part of the journey that made Loaves quite fun. So that's a highlight of the experience. I mean, I'll leave that for future episodes where you see other guys come in and tell you their parts and their sides of the story and how Loaves was such. It was the challenge to pull off, but it was fun. It was absolutely fun. And part of why it was fun, now speaking to your second question, is because we knew that we were actually going to deliver something of value. To you guys, honestly, to be direct to you guys. And in terms of what are the things that Loaves offers, in one word, Loaves as of today exists to help you deliver your media content to your audience. So at the moment, that is any sort of media content, audio, video, and then your audience on any platform. That's the heart of Loaves in its present shape. So excuse me. So you'd see that if you come, it's live already, so of course you can check it out. It's loaves.io. You'd see that you can audio streaming as a feature exists on Loaves. That's one of the beachhead features that we're launching. You can check it. We also are able to help you deliver your content across any various platform that supports R2MP at the moment, which of course R2MP is a standard that almost every major platform supports. So that's the second example. And then increasingly features around that same heart of how can we help you deliver media content to your users. That is what Loaves is today. If you're asking about what Loaves will be tomorrow, that's a separate question, and let's leave that, because there really are a host of
This actually a beautiful thing. But I want to ask, during the journey, what has been your worst experience and your best experience?
My worst experience was with you.
Please, I'm a child of God. I don't have worst experience.
There's one moment in time when we're testing Loaves and we had everything was set. Then this gentleman right here started screaming that it's not working. It's not working. I wonder what's not working. This thing is working. We've tested it, only to find out that he didn't pay attention to the fact that
it's actually not my fault. It's actually not my fault.
So that was the worst scare
Yes.
that we experienced. I mean, there was no dull moment.
But do you really have to put me out there?
You asked the question.
Yeah.
But really, there was no dull moment. I can't say there was any worst time. I mean, there were a host of challenges, technical, non-technical. I mean, it was generally also for the team. There were changes and shifts that happened. So it was a robust experience, but it was beautiful.
So we have come to the end of this episode.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've learned a little about us.
Yeah.
Because we actually didn't want to put it all out there right now. But then we are coming for you.
Yes, we are.
But for now, enjoy what you got. Thank you and see you next time.
Cheers. All the best, guys.
Ciao, ciao.